giving people your knowledge and reading papers and teaching people how to write certain things. Like it's a lot of work, and nobody gets paid that much money for teaching. Period.
And it's sick. It's sick because you can pay everybody else tons of money for whatever it is they're doing, but the person that you entrusting your child in all day long, they spend more time with your kid than you did.
Absolutely.
Well, of course, that's why COVID was so bad for most people. They wanted their kids to go back to school.
You know what?
Oh, the teacher wasn't lying.
Right, exactly. A lot of them found out just how terrible their kids were. It's like, this dude really is an asshole.
Well, that's why I told my son when they called, it was not all the time, but when they called and they said he did this, that, and the other, I knew what part was true and what part he wasn't playing in. Right. And then when he told me this story, I was like, first of all, I know for a fact you did this part because you do it at home. Mm-hmm. And this part I know maybe is a little bit too much, and they put a little extra on it, so we gonna figure it out. But you have to know your kids to know the difference.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? And know where to correct them, because if you can't correct them, then they're gonna continue to do it.
Well, that's the other thing.
These parents can't correct their kids either.
They won't.
We saw something on social media the other day, and there was this girl, and she was literally fighting her grandmother. Like, literally fighting her grandmother. That was horrible, terrible, and bad. Now your parent... I'm just trying to figure out how does a parent get to the point where they're afraid of their kid?
I don't know.
When you're those terrible twos, when they're sitting there cursing you out...
That's when you nip it in the bud. Right then.
Listen, and everybody doesn't respect their kids.
Yeah, they should.
However, if you don't, you better find some other disciplinary means.
I took care of mine. I can tell you one time that he told me he hated me. And he tells everybody else the one time he told me he hated me.
What'd you do?
He never do it again. I ain't gonna say it on camera.
No,
but I'm gonna tell you he'll never do it again.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if your kid doesn't hate you a couple times, you're not parenting right. And the thing is, why do I care if my kid likes me?
You should.
I ain't never cared if my kids like me or not. That's not my job. You got friends. I'm not trying to be your friend.
It changes when they become adults.
It does a little bit.
But here's another thing. You have to think about it, that teachers are people too, and sometimes they aren't trained for some of the things that they have to handle on a daily basis. It's like, I'm not trained for combat in class. I'm here to teach ABCs and how to write in cursive. And then another thing I saw on some of the social mediums that I was looking at, this dude, he's on there, I can't remember his name, but he asked somebody, he was like, how much money is 80% of $100? And people didn't know the answer. They were like, $8. I'm like,
Jesus.
Like, we live here.
Man, it's just sad.
We do. And that's why they feel like we always in competition with the other countries, but we are, because we are.
Well, they killing us. Those are countries. Other countries are killing us.
When they took cursive out, like is practically grown, and when he signs his name, I'm like, please don't even do cursive, because you look like you were supposed to be in special needs.
I didn't even know they did. When did they do that?
My son was like maybe 3rd or 4th grade when they started doing it. That was like up 10 years ago now.
They took it out in Missouri. They took it out, the requirement, and then they fixed it.
They still don't do it here.
It's a travesty for sure. But how do we fix it?
Well, part of the problem is schools don't have regular recess and PE, every day
Kids getting
like
fat.
it used to be.
Yes.
Which I don't understand.
When I was in school, we had 3 recesses in elementary school. We had 3. We had 3 to get everything out. So we didn't have to be all bottled up.
We had
These
2.
kids be angry. They get tired of sitting there listening to somebody. And they got blocks now in high school for like 2 hours. 2-hour classes. They have to sit in this class for 2 hours to talk about the same subject.
Well, they're not preconditioned for it, though. You know, you go to different places and they're already preconditioned for it. And see, the thing is, having 2 recesses, I remember that there was like one that was like outside, like either before lunch or after lunch. And then like in the classroom, there was like playtime or something to that effect, especially with rain. They had like the board games and all these different, amenities for the children. But
I'm sorry. This lady, it's man, it's Von Zeal. He said he asked his nephew if he knew how to write in cursive, and his nephew said, "What's that?"
Wow.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Bro, that's terrible.
So what can we do to help our teachers?
We need to advocate for them. We got to advocate. We got to advocate for them. Advocate for higher pay. I mean, if the net result, think about it. If the net result was your taxes went up $500 a year to give each teacher a 15% raise, because that's all it would really take. It's a lot of money. If you would you pay another $500 on your taxes to make sure teachers were better paid? I would. I'd pay.
First, I want to know where the $6,000+ I pay every year already to the school goes to.
Let's go into the school. Let's go into the school.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because if it was, they would stop building these college campuses, high schools, and fix the old high schools.
But that's where it's going.
But that's the thing. It's going to things that they don't need to do yet. They need to be.
Mine looked like a college campus when I was young.
But I'm saying some of these high schools have been around for so many years. Mm-hmm. They have old stuff, old books, old everything. They need to update them. We pay too much money, especially in the suburb areas. You paying anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 per
Even live in
house.
the air. To even live in the area. To even live in the area.
But if you look at the breakdown, 80% goes to the schools. So my question is,
where's the money?
Where is it going? If you look at the breakdown, 80% goes to school. It doesn't go to the fire department. Doesn't go to the sewer people. Doesn't go to the trash people.
Something goes to the sewer. My sewer and water bill is high every month. Every month. We need to do something about that.
I'm talking about the taxes themselves. If you look at the breakdown, majority of it goes to the school district. So my question is,
E. Brown, I understand. You're right.
where is it at? And how is it being used?
That was an accomplishment to learn
and that
to
goes
write
up
in
every
cursive.
year.
You're right.
So if your taxes is going up $2,000 and $3,000 every year, where's the money going?
If I may, and I know this probably sounds crazy, but I think all schools, public and private, I think they all should wear uniforms.
Why?
Why? Because there are parents who can't afford different shoes and clothes, and people can't be bullied as much when everybody's wearing the same things.
Yes.
A lot of kids, if they act out of behavior because a lot of people are being bullied, because they're being bussed in from different places, and there's a battle of the have and have-nots that even start as children.
That's a good point.
And that's not always right. So if everyone is dressed the same, and the curriculum is the same, and everyone's learning the same, I think that would dispel a lot of the, social disparities that children have.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
That was actually my experience because I grew up in private school, and when I switched 7th grade and went to public school, all of a sudden I realized I didn't have the FUBU. I didn't have the cross colors. Like I didn't have everything. But I didn't know that because I'm not sure my experience. But I didn't know that.
I know cross colors is Nick.
I didn't know it was a cool. I had no idea.
Well, if you think about school now versus when we were younger, people still fought. People still had jealousy issues. But it was to a different level. It wasn't to the point where we got the police showing up, blocking off schools and all that kind of stuff. But part of that is because we didn't have social media.
That's right.
First of all,
It's a lot of pressure on these kids.
It's a whole different kind of bullying. Yes.
it's different. It's different. I believe social media has changed a lot of things. If you think about it, you're going to always have conflict in high schools and elementary schools. It's just what it is.
It's human beings.
But, to the level of where it's at, it's different because there's just so much more of negativity that's coming in that's making people hate themselves more and hate other people that much more.
Someone, Jacqueline said, bring back home economics. You just said that.
Yes.
You just said that the other day.
Bring back home economics. Bring back art in the school. Bring back chorus in the school. Bring back band in the school.
All that costs money.
It's a teacher's salary. It's a class.
It all costs money, no, but you got to have different equipment.
But here's the thing: when a kid signed up for band, it was up to the parent
To do what?
to rent the equipment,
Absolutely.
whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But art supplies, what? Paintbrushes, paper, blah blah blah. Why not make that a part of what parents have to buy?
We have to buy all that stuff.
You can go to the Dollar Tree and get brushes. You can get like 5 brushes for like $1.25. No, what I'm saying, but it's true.
No. But I remember that when I took home economics, I took sewing.
Yes.
I learned how to balance a checkbook.
Yes. You learn how to cook and wash dishes as you go along. You learn how to sweep.
Know how to iron.
You skipped that ironing day. She can't iron for
Choose your battles.
Well, watching her iron is like watching somebody fold a map up the wrong way. It's like, what are you doing?
And can they read a map?
No. They don't exist. Go find one. Yeah, that's right. They can't.
They can't.
They can't read a clock.
Half the kids they
It has
can't.
to be digital.
It has to be digital. They can't look at a clock. The standard clock with hands, they can't read it. They don't
Can
know.
that count change?
Maybe.
Probably, maybe not. You remember the books?
It's digital. It's done for.
Pages.
The
And you had to do the
worksheets,
workbooks, and you had to turn in
Yes,
What was that?
the workbooks. The workbooks you had to take home. You had to do certain pages, and you had to do the clocks. You had to count change for your math.
all of that.
All that.
You had $2 quarters, $3.
Yeah.
You had to count how much it was. It was the time on the clock, and little smiley face, and you had to say what time it was.
That was elementary though.
It began in elementary.
E. Brown said, "Bring back typing classes."
Yeah.
I took typing in high school. I took typing in high school, but it was mandatory. At my high school, it was mandatory. Everybody took typing. Everyone, and this is pre-computer.
There was always
Everybody
like,
had to take it.
there was always certain
Someone said
electives that people had to take.
Yep.
Yeah, you had to take electives to graduate. You had to take
But it was
electives.
automatic ones that you had to put in there because if you didn't, then you wasn't going to graduate.
Somebody said the workbook had the punch out coins, laugh out loud.
Yes.
And then someone else said I had to draw a clock 50% of my final grade. Had to know cursive and how to write it.
Boom. And you know all your time tables. And they used to time you.
Yeah.
See
Ryan
how much you knew.
Ryan Mitchell, they didn't teach you how to write in cursive. What?
Oh, that's a tragedy.
And don't forget
ridiculous.
about your spelling test. It was that one long sheet
yeah.
with the lines.
And you had to know
You had to know
every
word.
every Friday.
Yes. Everybody was nervous. Everybody was like, oh my God, spelling. And then when you get the spelling test back, you like, because they were folded in half.
Oh man, those were the days for real. You had
That's a
real
travesty,
gym.
Ryan. That's
You had
ridiculous.
You had real recess.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Gym and recess were two different classes.
They were- right.
And it was days of rotation.
Yeah. So
All
some days you had
Art
a
was
recess.
on Thursday.
Right.
Gym was on Tuesday.
And some days you had gym and research back to back. You didn't have enough to change your clothes. You have your gym clothes on, and you went right into recess, and you went in the shower from that.
See, you talking about that private school stuff when you changing your clothes for gym and stuff.
Everybody didn't do that.
No. I mean, we did.
So then what are you talking about?
It's not like that anymore. IPROMISE.
No, we had a. That's another thing. We had gym uniforms. They were reversible.
Yes.
Maroon on one side, gold on the other, so we could play teams.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
We had to change a little different days. This basketball team, the red, the maroon over here, not exactly maroon and gold. But
I understand. And if you let it, and I went to an all boys school, so and
Thank you, Jesus.
boys, stink real bad, and so if you went a few days and your stuff was stinking, you got a detention. You take it home, wash it, or if you don't want to wash it home, wash it out in the sink here with some soap, but don't come in here smelling up the whole place. The coach would literally make you do push-ups until you couldn't do anymore and wash your clothes if you came in there stinking.
Some people couldn't help it. Maybe the water was cut off. You understand what I'm saying?
Not
And
in
like
my
for
school,
some,
but yeah.
I understand, but you have to understand this as well. Like even if they reincorporated all that, for some kids, maybe going to the gym and having gym class was the only shower they had for the day
I never thought about that.
because the water is cut off. There's no water at home.
I remember one time, Brendan was in, I think he was in like 5th grade, and he called me, and the teacher said he had a breakdown. He was crying, and I'm like, "What's wrong, son?" I went up there to get him, and he said it was a Monday, and he saw some kids from the city that come to school crying because they hadn't eaten all weekend.
Yeah.
And my son literally,
It's all right, babe. It's all right.
he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And right after that, a bunch of the food that we were buying started disappearing.
The scam was
Brendan.
Brendan. Of course, he Brendan. Yep. It's all right, man.
Kids that have to deal with too much.
yes,
Yes.
yes, and a lot of times by no fault of their own.
None of it's a fault of their own. They're kids.
Some of them
There are no
some
bad
of them
kids,
come
they're
to
bad
school
parents.
soulless. Some of them, sometimes for some children, school is the only outlet they have.
Yes.
From being abused or not having food or not having water or not having soap, and then for some of them, they have to deal with all this at home, and then they get to school and they're bullied
Yep.
because they don't have those things.
That's right. That's right. It's sick.
And that's why you're seeing 8-year-old and 9-year-olds committing suicide.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening?
Yeah. How can your life be that bad?
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Whatever stage your life is, that's all the life you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know that it can get better or that it's going to get better. You know, it's the trauma that you feel at 8 years old. That's what you know if you're 8 years old.
Yeah.
Now, at 56, I know, come on, you're going to be fine. But you don't know that at 8.
No, you
Yeah.
You know, so
And what about that 8-year-old girl or boy that can go to school for 9 hours without being touched
correct.
at home
yeah.
by daddy or uncle or mom? Because nowadays you can't exclude anybody. Big brother,
Yes.
big sister,
Yes.
babysitter. They look forward to 9 hours apiece at school.
That's true.
Well, some of that gets back on to people that are supposed to be protecting children.
Well,
That's a whole nother day. That's a whole other day and a whole other topic that's too heavy for today.
but
And my coffee's not strong enough, even though tuxedo red coffee is delicious.
but you're
My
right.
coffee's not strong enough for me to deal with that right now.
I'm just
But you're right. You wonder, well, this kid is a monster. This man grew up to be a monster. Well, what did you do to him?
Right.
You know, what did he have? What did he not have? You know, how did his father treat him? You know,
A lot of these kids, you know, from where I grew up, and I'm sure this happens all over the place, but a lot of these kids, they're taking care of their little brothers and little sisters.
they are.
Yes.
They have too much on them.
Too much responsibility.
Yeah.
Their mom and daddy at home, and then when they get to school, you want to tell them what to do. They're not having it because they the boy.
I'm running things right. I'm running things at home. You're not lying.
agreed.
And coming home and cooking that ate.
Yeah.
We're blessed.
Yes.
We're blessed beyond measure.
So how was that burger?
Delicious.
And she's still eating. It's taking her a long time to eat it, though.
She's talking.
I'm married.
I can't like talk to you.
I have to give you a hard time, baby.
But we'll come back to you. What about you, Doc?
What about me? Did I like my food?
Yes.
Oh, yes, my food was delicious. I had 2
You
salads.
ain't finished it. You better eat that. We don't waste food over here.
I've had 2.
You want me to warm it up?
I don't want you to do anything.
It's a corner. It's a
You
bite.
It's a corner,
You gonna
and-
take it home?
And this is
Eat
the
it.
part
She's not
that
gonna
he
take it
burnt.
home.
This is the part that Vaughn burnt, so it's very hard on my teeth, and I like my teeth.
Then
I'm gonna put it down.
Then take the crab
at this
out
point.
of it. Eat the crab.
You gotta stop watching food out of Vaughn.
It's very, very good. You did an excellent job. It's delicious.
So how was
That's a little bit too much on your plate for you to say that.
Yeah, you gonna take that home? Hey, you gonna take that home? You ain't gonna throw that away.
No, because you're a whole chef and you didn't eat my food. I don't like that.
Well, it got cold because we're talking though, probably.
Exactly.
So just warm it up.
Just a little.
We don't throw food away here. I'm telling you right now.
I do not believe in wasting.
You get put out.
First of all, pay no attention to this one. Just because he a human garbage
Right.
disposal.
Listen, I appreciate it because it's not going to go to waste.
He's that little thing that you saw, remember in Flintstones, and the garbage disposal with that big thing. He just kind of ate everything. They went into the sink. That's mine. You gotta love him. What'd you think, Jennifer?
Oh, this was so good. This apple dumpling.
Man.
That was good.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
it was
here
tough.
listening, but
Yeah.
just getting into this, it's just
It's one of those things that you can't only
The
take
center.
one home.
Yeah.
Because you will find yourself eating 2 or 3.
Yeah.
don't mind them. You did that.
You just bring that bowl back so I can have some oyster crackers.
Put some oyster crackers in your food.
That goes everywhere. We made Mike take that home one time. It made it back. We get it back.
Yeah, I made it back. I'm telling you, because she already told me that I don't get any more free crackers unless I keep my container. So in order for me to get the free crackers, I have to keep the container. So if I send it somewhere else,
What's up, Sonny? Our
you know,
She said,
Trina and I cook
why can't we call them what they are? They
on
gotta
Mondays.
be- Yeah.
We do a little
part of the package.
cooking live on Instagram and YouTube. If you go to Trina Braxton 1, you'll see it. It's already posted.
Oh, it's spicy.
We do it every Monday.
And I have some barista.
You have some what?
You good, bro?
Who's she?
It's a seasoning.
I don't know her. I feel sorry for that woman. I don't know her.
You know what?
This is why I can't.
I know.
Never mind.
Who's Marissa?
We just gonna get you some cayenne pepper.
No, not too much, because you know I like it chewed.
I don't like cayenne pepper
It's
at all.
not chewed, like the last ones you did for me, because he doesn't eat them.
What? Eat what?
When something's too spicy, you don't like a lot of spice.
No, I don't. I have no use for cayenne pepper ever.
Really?
I don't use it for anything.
You
No.
know what kind of foods I always make.
So he won't eat it.
Why are you so evil all the
I'm
time?
gonna start shaking cayenne pepper all over my food so I can eat it by myself.
If you do that, I'll never touch it. I can't stand
You put it all over everything.
it. Do it.
What is this? Some cayenne toast? What is that? Some cayenne coffee? Got some cayenne water, so if I won't eat it. Got some cayenne ice cream, cayenne bacon,
Cayenne from scratch.
cayenne pancakes. So he gonna take it.
You never finish your food. I don't ever.
Cauliflower crust. You should make it.
Which one? What you making?
Pizza oven?
Oh, the pizza, yes.
No regular oven too.
Goodness, that pizza.
Oh yeah, I know what it does. And I've actually, Jacqueline, I've had it
Yes, I like
in this
cauliflower.
weight loss drink that a cleanse, I think it was. It had honey, cayenne pepper, and some other things in it. I drank it, but I'll never use it on my food. Yeah, it's a thermogenic for sure.
My coffee was delicious, and I put a little bit of cinnamon in it,
And I didn't like the cinnamon.
and I put a little Cool Whip in it. It was really delicious, along with like a little treat, along with my dessert.
Yeah.
And of course, it's Tuxedo brand coffee, guys. We have Brazilian, we have Colombian, we have Ethiopian. Ethiopian's my favorite, but this tonight is Brazilian. And go get yourself some at tuxedobrandcoffee.com. Make sure you become a subscriber, and you can get an autograph bag, and have the chance to be invited to our soft opening party.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that whole thing when it's time.
Yeah. Next time though, don't put cinnamon in my coffee. I don't like it.
Okay, I won't. But it was my coffee though.
Was that my was that your coffee?
It was my coffee, and then you poured
But-
my coffee into your cup and had to make another thing of coffee.
I thought you were giving it to me.
I was letting you taste it. It wasn't
Oh,
for you. It was,
my
it
bad.
Was my, it was my cup.
Okay,
of coffee.
so never
I
mind.
didn't know, just put cinnamon in your coffee.
And some cayenne pepper. Some cayenne Cool Whip.
We'll drink it.
Yes. Yes. So it's very exciting. I'm excited about it. It's delicious to me.
Yeah, Jacqueline, you should try it. It's very good.
Oh wait, I have to say something about the coffee.
Right.
Ready? And 3, 2. And for those people who bought the K-Cups, make sure you rinse your K-Cup first. Right before you put your coffee grounds in, rinse your K-Cup because it's going to allow your coffee maker, because I'm not getting paid
Yeah,
by
there
the
you go.
people.
There you go.
When the water drips in, it allows it to disperse a bit more evenly and your coffee won't be light. So just
It's-
rinse the K-Cup first because it's mesh. So go ahead and rinse it first, and then your coffee will come out delicious, and it won't have that light flavor.
It'll give it a more robust. Yeah,
and
yeah.
like your normal K-Cup coffee. So if you have any questions, please
We have a dark
just go
version.
ahead and either DM us at Tuxedo Brand Coffee on our IG, or you can go straight to tuxedobrandcoffee.com with your questions and comments, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
She does.
Yeah, this BTS is really good though.
Was it? That was good. I mean, that whole conversation is just, it's golden.
We can get you. What'd you think? I'm gonna get you on live. What'd you think about your dumplings since you don't
This
eat?
is like
Yeah, you need
so
another one.
professional.
Well, you know what?
It is though. It does taste like something you buy in a restaurant. It's
Oh, put some cayenne pepper on it. So Mom will eat it all.
tuxedobrandcoffee.com. Yes.
With some coffee in the morning.
Do you want some of it?
Yes.
No, I won't be able to go to sleep.
That part.
I won't be able to go to sleep.
You won't be able to go sleep.
Yeah, we don't have a decaf yet.
No, not yet.
I mean, I guess we need to offer it. I don't drink it. I don't drink decaf coffee. I just don't.
Have some more, right? There's more.
You gotta have this with the Cool Whip.
With a Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. With the H. Cool Whip.
It hit different.
I ordered 3.
Did you get them?
But I think, like I said, went to my father-in-law, went to my brother-in-law, went to my boss. I was just telling the lady at Walmart about it, so I told her I was gonna order next time.
Well, when our boxes come in, we're gonna send out a select few boxes, and we'll make sure you get a box. I'm like, Oprah, you get a box, you get a box, you get a box. Y'all married, so you don't get another box. You get a box. One per household.
I was drinking like 2-3 cups of that coffee every single day. I don't normally drink coffee like that. I know she drinks the Starbucks.
I drink the coffee. It's the best coffee.
And I drink more like Dunkin'.
Yeah.
And
Dunkin'.
drinking that coffee, I didn't want no more Dunkin'.
Right. You're welcome.
Have you had any? No. Okay.
You haven't had this, mate? You want some now or no?
No, I gotta go to sleep.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all this though. One bag is gonna cost like going to your local
Yeah.
coffee house,
Yeah.
and you have your own bag, and you can grind it with your NutriBullet. You can grind it if you have a really nice blender. You can do it, or just buy it already ground. I like beans.
Yeah.
To my coffee bar that I'll be making at my house.
I like to eat the Ethiopian beans, but they get me wired.
You know.
Or I gotta get some.
You see how many times my arm went?
You want
shake,
some
shake, shake,
Ethio-
shake? It was good, wasn't it?
You want some Ethiopian gin?
Yes.
Have you tried it already?
No, I haven't.
We got Ethiopian here. What's this?
Ethiopian strong.
This is Ethiopian right here. Make us some. Who is that? Who is that?
Hey, Georgia.
What up?
Georgia. Where's your wife?
What's up? All right.
Oh, you stopped and you did get some juice.
Yeah.
Thank you. You met with him?
Really, I mean, even my hot flashes are flashing.
Yeah, it closed at like 8 or 9.
TV like,
Did you? Yeah, it got too late. He was like, I got to get up tomorrow. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow.
On the YouTube, huh? I look small on Instagram, but then on YouTube I look a little bigger, more wider.
It's
It's
a
a
wire
different
angle.
angle. Cause you look this, well, I was on YouTube. You look good on YouTube, right?
Fix it up, Jennifer.
I was on YouTube. You was looking good though, seriously.
You eat crabs? There's some crab cakes there, and there's a pink sauce that goes in it, and then that
That's about
and
enough.
the dessert, that apple dumpling right there.
We need to
Girl, you gotta put some cool whip on there.
do something to support these teachers better. Open ideas, and if people have initiatives,
We don't know. We got here while you was 52.
I don't know.
You heard that crack?
If people have initiatives or
Let's try it out. One's right there.
whatever you want to call it, if you're involved in something like that, I'd be interested in talking because
Here's the sauce that goes in your crab cake.
we got to do something to support these teachers because ultimately it's about supporting the kids. So, all right, y'all take care because I'm tired of cameras now. I'm going to go eat some more apple dumpling stuff and some ice cream. Be quiet. I can't believe you leaving this little bitty piece here. You should be ashamed of yourself.
All this blackness that he did to this bread.
You should eat it. You already had it right there. Tammy,
I like Cajun bread.
thank you for your service, Tammy. Everybody needs it. Good night, everybody. Let's make that movement. I agree, Jacqueline. If anybody, I have no initiative, but if someone comes up with one, contact me because I'm interested. Y'all take care. See you next week.